Hey guys, what's going on? Chris Captures back again with another tier list video because we're in lockdown. Hey, it's easy to do. If you hadn't guessed by all these images in front of us, today we're going to do the legendary and mythical Pokemon. I was going to do them separately, but may as well do them all on one list because some of the categories are less than others. What I will preface is, some of these have got multiple forms on, and I just don't see the point in doing all the different forms at the moment. Also because I don't have full experience with all the different forms as well. Mega evolutions and stuff like that, I don't see the point in doing. So I'm only going to do one because in my mind they're all sort of the same thing once they change form anyway. We're going to go generation order again. Also, play along with me while you go. Let me know on Twitter at Chris Captures what you guys put everything on your list as well. We're going to start off. Articuno. There's a lot on here, so I think I'm going to just drop it in at B at the moment. Great Pokemon, but it's not my favourite out of the legendary bird trio. The design is really cool and it is a nice type. Moltres I preferred just because it's fire type. And Zapdos always seem to have the better Pokemon cards. So actually I might put them, they're like a B tier, I think, at the moment. I think that's a pretty decent place to put them. I do think of them all together. I prefer Moltres to use in the games just because I prefer fire type Pokemon. Articuno probably has the best design out of them. Yeah, we'll go with that right now. Mew and Mewtwo, easy S tier. It just is what it is. Yeah, Entei next. Entei is one of my favourite Pokemon. You'll notice a theme. If it had a movie about it, it's probably going to be pretty high because I did like the earlier movies. Entei in the third movie, one of my favourite Pokemon of all time. Anytime I can get a Pokemon card of Entei or put it on my team in a game, it's going to be on there. Legendary dogs, man, they just hit different. So they are up there on A. I prefer the legendary dog trio to the legendary bird trio. Don't know why. I think the designs are just a bit more interesting. And the mythology around them and stuff like that are a bit more interesting. Speaking of Gen 2, Lugia, easy S tier. If you don't know, Lugia is probably my favourite legendary out there at all. Second only is Entei. Lugia is an easy S tier. Ho-Oh I like, but I never really, it's not one of my favourites. I probably wouldn't rank it. Although I love the lore of the legendary dogs and Ho-Oh is in, like, integral to that. I don't think I would ever put him. I don't think I prefer him to the dogs. So I'll put him there at at B for right now. Celebi, I like. Do I like it as much as the others? Probably not. That's where the movie started to go a bit downhill, was the fourth one. Still a good Pokemon though. Celebi's a good Pokemon. So we're into Gen 3 already. Wow. There's like, I feel like after Gen 2 they just started adding way too many legendaries per game. The Reggies, the original 3 Reggies. Regice would probably be the highest for me out of them. See, it's going to be sort of like a drop them in place to begin with and then figure out afterwards if I should rearrange them. See, the Reggies are just a bit, I think because there's so many of them at the moment, they're just sort of blending in, except for Regigigas. Regigigas is like obviously the best one. Latios and Latias, they're up there. They're pretty cool Pokemon, but I can never tell them apart. You would have thought I would have learned after all these years. I just haven't. I'm going to put the badass versions of Kyogre, Groudon on the list just because they're fucking badass. The primal versions. So, Kyogre is a C tier, and Groudon for me is a B tier. Again, yes, I do prefer fire type Pokemon, fire ground types. Yeah, when he's in his primal form, he is ground fire. If not, he's just ground, but he definitely looks like a fire type Pokemon, and he does have fire attacks as well. So, just clicked with me. I played Ruby over Sapphire. Even when the remakes came out, I got Omega Ruby instead of Alpha Sapphire. So you can probably see where this list is all going. Rayquaza, however, is an A tier. That design was badass. Like, Mega Rayquaza as well would be up there as well because those designs, look at them, man. So sick. And Emerald was just a fantastic game. Jirachi, really goddamn kind of forgettable half the time. Deoxys was cooler. I think the design of Deoxys just made him really cool and elusive. He was when you were a kid, like trying to figure out everything to do with him. Made him cool. I'm not going to put all the different forms of... So that's where we stand for the first 3 generations, which for me are my favourite 3 generations. I'll say I'm pretty happy with that list, to be honest with you. So we're going to move on to Diamond and Pearl now with the Lake Guardian trio. Now, these names I might mix up. So we've got Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie. Now, these 3 I always completely forget a Pokemon until I see them in a photo like this, so bye-bye. This one has a slightly better design, so we'll put... no. You're just getting forgotten about. You're just going down there. Dialga and Palkia. Alright. I played Diamond, not Pearl. That is a cool design, that. Stomping around. Time and space. Cool themes for Pokemon. Cool themes. This looks more like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I'll be honest with you. Heatran. I mean, he normally has cool Pokemon cards, but... Regigigas, however, is a really cool design. I'm going to put Regigigas there. That guy clicks with me. Looks like more like an Ancient Guardian than these other Regis do. I think his design is just so much better. You got the colour popping because he's not all one colour. Just lumbering over everyone. Reminds me of Shadow of Colossus. Right, Giratina. Which version should we put on? We'll put this version on. Giratina is such a fucking epic design. We'll put him at C as well. Put Giratina at C. Cresselia. Nearly forgot the name for a second there. D tier. Yeah, D tier. I think, again, really cool design. I like the pairing of that against Darkrai. D tier, cool design, but ultimately not that important in the grand scheme of Pokemon. I think it was in the meta for the World Championships or something at one point. So we got Manaphy. Manaphy wouldn't get more than a D. It's sort of up there with Jirachi. And then what's this one called again? Phony? Again, I always forget there's a secondary one. It's just Manaphy for me. So if you get forgotten about, you're just going in F tier because you clearly weren't good enough of a legendary to get any higher. Okay, Darkrai. Really cool design. Dark type. Just absolute badass. He's getting an A tier from me. Always one of the best TCG cards. Always seems to end up in the meta, so he can go there. Shaman. B or a C? B. Shaman's cool. Again, I chased after that Shaman EX card for so long, and that's why you're not getting any higher from a B, because you would never come out on my Pokemon packs. Arceus, the god of Pokemon itself, has to be an A, just for the sheer fact it's the god of all Pokemon. You can get it in literally every type in. Yeah, just a cool design. Platinum Arceus sets as well in Pokemon TCG, trying to chase down every version of Arceus. Woo! Victini! He's one of those sort of like forgotten about legendaries. So we're on to Black and White now, aren't we? This is where they just started adding way too many legendaries into a game. Like look at this. From Victini all the way to Genesect was X and Y, wasn't it? I know Keldeo was definitely Black and White. I think Meloetta was as well. Yeah, because these ones were all X and Y. So we got like an entire goddamn row of just bloody Black and White. They just saturated them, and it meant like most of them were sort of lacking in personality, and you didn't really get to spend much time with them. Victini goes there. Right, what are these fucking Three Musketeer guys called now? Let's consult the cheat sheet. Copperline? Probably the coolest design out of these guys. You can get a D. You've got a cool design as well. It feels like a bit like an anime team. You can get an E. You can get an E, I guess. Thunderous. Not Thunderous, that one is Tornadus. I did like the fact that they had other forms, but they were also annoying to get all 3 of them. I think Landorus was the only one that I ever really used in its dog form. Like some of these are like in black and white just started to get pretty naff. Did like Reshiram and Zekrom. We'll bump them up to C tier because I liked the designs. I like fire Pokemon, and the fact that like they were stark black and stark white like was a really cool design. We'll add Kyurem to the list. I didn't play Black 2 and White 2, so I don't really have any sort of connection to them or the merged forms of Zekrom and Reshiram. Keldeo. Keldeo's a great design. It's the only one out of these horse guys that I actually kind of care about in the slightest. Meloetta. I always forget that Meloetta's got that other form as well, this one. F tier. Just, it's fine, but it just felt like a naff sort of Celebi. This is what I mean, like it got to a point where they were just flooding the games with legendaries and they just ended up not being cool in the slightest. Genesect. Genesect was pretty cool. Yeah, you can go there. Shiny Genesect is really cool, the red Genesect. Right, so where are we now? We're at X and Y now. Xerneas, because you're a stag. I love the design, A tier. Do I move the legendary birds up? I might move this guy down. Yeah, I'll move Xerneas down because he's probably on par with the legendary birds. No, but they are kind of just nostalgia. We'll keep going through these and then we'll re-edit the list afterwards. Zygarde. Which version of Zygarde are we going to put 100% for? See, he's cool. You can go there with a Veltal. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, what have we got? Diancie. You can go down there. Hooper. We'll put this big form of Hooper on. Nah, you guys can go there. I'm just not feeling you any higher, you know what I mean? The Hooper movie was kind of cool, but that was mostly because they got like the primal Pokemon back and Mega Rayquaza and stuff like that, and portals and shit. Portals are always cool. Volcanion. Yeah, you got Type Null and Silvally next. I'll just put them on as the one Pokemon, I guess. I think Silvally is a pretty cool design. Yeah, I'll just put them on as the one. Okay, the Tapus. I think this guy's got the best design. You would go up there for me. You guys can go there. I think the designs were a lot cooler than the ones below them, really. See, I feel a bit mean having the Reggies down there now. Oh, it's a tough one, this. We can rearrange it in a bit. We'll finish placing them and then we can see if we need to rearrange. Cosmog. I'm going to put... No, Cosmog was pretty cool in the game. But it was all about when you evolved it. Solgaleo was a pretty cool design. Lunala. I love lions. Lions are such a cool thing. The lion being the sun Pokemon. The mane looking like the sun was really cool. Giant Moonbat. I did like Lunala. I did play Pokemon Moon instead of Pokemon Sun, but that was mostly because of the exclusive Pokemon in it. So I think it's got to go there. Necrozma. And then Ultra Necrozma as well. Necrozma and Ultimate Necrozma. I didn't play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so don't really have a massive place in my heart for them. It does absorb these guys, and these guys get pretty cool design. I think for the fact that it can team up with things, maybe. Put it on here with Kyurem then, because that makes sense. You can go down there. Megane and Diancie are pretty similar Pokemon to me. Marshadow. Yeah, you're not getting any higher than that. Zeraora, I believe is how you say his name. Really, really cool design. I feel like we're gonna have to do some rejigging here. These are getting very crowded. I feel like some of them are definitely better than others, so we might have to do some rejigging. It's Meltan and Melmetal. C tier. No. D tier. Yeah, D tier feels right. Zacian. I think the design's super cool. I'm really attached to it at the moment in my playthrough of Pokemon Sword. Can I give it a B tier? Yeah, it gave Xerneas one. We're going to do some rejigging anyway, so we'll put it there. Zamazenta. Not quite as cool as... Yeah, not as quite as cool. That big old mane is cool, but this boy got wings and a sword. Got wings and a sword. Eternatus. Strange but cool design. D tier. It was as much of the story as Zacian and Zamazenta, but those are obviously the ones that you focus on. didn't really have much personality, I'd say, maybe compared to the other two, so that's probably why he's down there. You go there, and then Urshifu. We'll get one higher. Big old fighting bear, big old taekwondo bear or karate bear, whatever you would classify it as. Okay, Regieleki and Regidrago. Regieleki, Regi... I think... Do we... No, right, we'll just put all the Regis in here. I feel comfortable having all the Regis together. I'm going to put them all together as well in the list. I think this is definitely the weakest design, but kind of feels wrong having all the Regis together and not Regirock. So we'll do that. Now, I haven't played with Calorics yet, but he is a pretty cool design. So we'll put you at D for now. Just because I don't really know anything about it. It does have Triforces on, and it is like a deer type Pokemon. But what is that massive sack on its edge? You know what I mean? Zarude has only just come into the game as well. Cool design. Sort of like a ravenous monkey, but I don't know anything about him yet, so we'll put him at D for cool design. The D for design. Now comes the stage where we have to do some rearranging. Just sort of putting the respect where it needs to be. So we'll run through the list now, bottom to top, because we want to end with a badass. Okay, F tier is for forgettable. You've got the Lake Trio in there, you've got Phony, and you've got Meloetta. Pokemon that I genuinely just most of the time forget even exist. Heatran, Terrakion, and Verizon Mobile are in E tier. You've got the God Trio, so you've got Tornadus, Landorus, Thundurus. They're going there. Diancie and Hooper, Volcanion, and you've got Magearna. All kind of forgettable Pokemon. D is where they start to get cool designs, but ultimately not really the best Pokemon for me. So you've got the Regis, most of them. You've got Jirachi, you've got Palkia, Cresselia, Manaphy, you've got Victini, you've got Cobalion. Mostly just because of his colour, he looks a bit cooler and he's a bit more proud. Kyurem, Keldeo. Keldeo was like the best out of all those like deer horse guys with things on their heads. Silvally, and then you've got 3 of the Tapus. I believe it's Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulo, and Tapu Fini. After that, you've got Cosmog and Lunala, and then Necrozma as well. Marshadow, Melmetal, Eternatus, Kubfu, Calyrex, and Zarude Sandstorm to round out D. I think D's pretty middle of the pack, so that's why most of them are in there. These are the ones that just edged out above it, either cooler designs or I was a bit more fond of them. You've got Deoxys, you've got Dialga, you've got Giratina, Zekrom, Reshiram, Genesect, Yveltal, Zygarde, then Tapu Koko, the only Tapu Guardian that made it higher than D for me because that design is pretty rad. Solgaleo, Zeraora, Zamazenta, and then Urshifu. This is where we're in the top 3 now. So this is just like, these Pokemon are shit hot right now. You got Celebi, cool little onion boy. You got Latios and Latios, whichever one way round they are, they're interchangeable. You got Kyogre, the only Reggie to make it above a D tier. He skipped up to a B tier, was Regigigas. You've got Shaman, you've got Xerneas, and then you've got Zacian. There are too many different weird letters and names in these. Like Mew, Lugia, easy Pokemon. Xerneas, Zamazenta. Fucking who else have we got that's got a weird fucking name? Calyrex, Zarude, Zeraora. They're like Z's and X's nowadays. Jeez. Lake Trio. Who can fucking say their names right, first off? Anyway. A tier. A tier. The best. Not the best of the best. just fallen short, just my personal favourites. You've got the legendary bird trio, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, boom. Then you've got Rayquaza, badass Pokemon, badass design. Then you've got Darkrai, the god of all Pokemon, Arceus. You've got Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is close to an S tier. Probably from other people it would be, but Lugia is just better. We know this. I know this anyway, personally. And then we've got Groudon. And then, to round out the list, the cream of the crop, the best there ever was. The ones that every time you can catch them in a game, they are on your main team. They had the best films. They were so fucking cool. You got Mew. You've got Mewtwo. You've got Entei. You got Suicune. You got Raikou. And then, my boy. One of my favourite Pokemon of all time. Sometimes my favourite, depending on how I'm feeling. It's either Umbreon or the man himself, or most of the time the woman itself, because it's normally a mother. Lugia. Whew! Let me know what you guys thought of my list, where you would have put your own. Screenshot your list, send it to me on Twitter, @ChrisCaptures. If you want, you can put the rest of the different forms and everything in there, which I didn't do just because... Who's got time for all that, honestly? Don't forget to follow me on Twitch as well. I stream live on Twitch when I can. Hopefully, I'm going to get back on there a bit more regularly soon, and I might even do these lists on Twitch. So join the Discord as well. The Discord will be linked down below. If you join the Discord, then you'll know when I'm going to go live. You can also tell me which list you want to do live, and you can interact with me on stuff like that. Also, I'm going to collate some videos for Try Not to Laugh Challenge on the Discord. So... either drop them in the Discord in the relevant chat that I'm going to make, or just get ready for when I go live doing that. If you can keep them Pokemon themed as well, that might be a cool video, like a Try Not to Laugh Pokemon challenge. That'd be pretty cool. And finally, check out Captures Collectibles on eBay, where I trade loads of Pokemon product. I also just got 4 boxes of Shiny Star V in stock. So one of them I'm going to be opening up. Anyway, guys, that rounds out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.